Say you're about to graduate or ready to switch from one company to another. Or maybe you're ready to make the leap to being a freelance interior designer and need to put together a portfolio showcasing what you're capable of. The problem is, you may not have one and don't know exactly how to start one and land that dream job or client. You'll learn exactly how to start a brand new interior design portfolio to help you with whatever goals you're trying to reach.
Archareer is a job board catering to architects, interior designers, city planners, and landscape architects. It's free to post jobs for companies with the option to pay for premium listings, and we also offer a number of portfolio templates and resume templates for those just starting their careers.
Printed or digital portfolio. This is where you'll need to make your first decision, whether you'll first create a digital portfolio or a traditional printed portfolio. Both have their pros and cons and can be beneficial in multiple scenarios. Eventually, you'll want to have both so you can have that visual aid before you meet and in any in-person meetings/interviews. To start, we recommend a traditional printed portfolio. Most people create theirs on the computer nowadays, and you can send it as a PDF to potential employers or clients. InDesign is industry standard when it comes to publishing software, but if you have an eye for print design like you do for interior, you could use any software to create your portfolio. You'll want to convert your printed portfolio into a website as soon as you can after completing it. Not only does this add a layer of professionalism to you, but you can go into more detail on a website and if you want, include every project you're proud of and not just the very best. How to get started on your interior design portfolio. Whether you chose to start a printed or digital portfolio, here's a step-by-step guide to creating it. We know it can be a daunting task by starting with a blank canvas, so you can use a portfolio template to serve as a guide on what to include. Figure out a general color scheme that matches your design style and personality. A website like Coolers can help you figure out a scheme that matches your favorite colors quickly. Decide on the top 5 to 10 projects you'll include in your printed portfolio and start with on your digital portfolio. Plan it out. Don't just start and expect to end up at the finish line. Plot your outline on paper first, figure out what each page's purpose is for and what order your projects will go in. Some pages you can include are a cover, about me with contact information, methodologies, your projects, sketches you've done, and anything else you want to include. It's your portfolio, have fun with it. Your layout should be decided based on what your style is and projects included. If your design style is more minimalist, don't clutter the pages with detail. Create it. The hardest part of creating a portfolio is actually doing the creation. As long as everything is figured out beforehand, you should have no problem filling in the fine details. Of course, that was a highly condensed list of steps and it could take a week to create your portfolio. You may decide on one color but notice it doesn't really complement your second project, so it needs to be replaced. Just know that no one is ever truly satisfied with their portfolio because they'll always think of new things that can be added. What you should be looking to create first is a baseline, not your magnum opus. If you want to take a large chunk of time out of the layout and color scheme portion of creating your portfolio, we offer a number of portfolio templates that can be used to jumpstart your new creation. If you're looking for your first or next job, we also have resume and cover letter templates that match the design style of the portfolio so you end up with a beautifully in sync employment-seeking stack. Make a shortened version of your portfolio for applying to jobs. Many firms have a maximum file size when submitting a portfolio online, so you only want to include your very best projects in that submission. Also, they can request your full portfolio when they're amused by your sample. Eventually, you should have 3 versions of your portfolio. One shortened version for samples, less than 10 pages, one standard version for interviews and client face-to-faces, 10 to 30 pages, and one that contains anything and everything you want. When you print your portfolio, print it in a way that allows the addition and removal of pages with ease but doesn't look cheap. If you print it with binding, you'll have to reprint every time there's a change in it. With something like an art portfolio book, you can slide pages in and out at ease and the presentation is perfect. What's next? Once you have your portfolio created, you'll want to convert it to the other medium, either digital to printed or printed to digital. This can be a process if you're not familiar with either building a website or working in InDesign, Publisher, or even PowerPoint. Check back here soon for guides on how to do all of those.
If you're just starting to design a portfolio and are trying to come up with a basic layout, we offer a number of architecture portfolio templates to save you time. If you're either in school or recently graduated, use coupon code STUDENT at checkout for an additional 15% off.